Maria Laura Mainetti was a nun and teacher who was murdered by 3 of her former students in what they later described as a satanic sacrifice. She was born in Italy in 1939, the 10th and last child of her parents. Her mother died when she was only 12 days old, and her father ran a frugal household. She was a shy and gentle child, but she caught the eye of a local nun named Maria Emilia, who arranged for her education. The kindness and compassion of this nun inspired Maria Laura to become a nun herself to help other children. As a teen, she became ill with tuberculosis, and she worried that she may not be able to pursue her vocation. She asked her brother for prayers, and after he prayed for her, she experienced a full recovery. She would say a Hail Mary for her brother every day for the rest of her life in thanks. When she turned 18, she joined the Sisters of the Cross. In her diary, she wrote her maxims: never think of yourself, be a quiet presence, be content with little, and know how to give and receive. She taught at primary schools run by her order before becoming a Mother Superior at a convent that specialized in providing help for juvenile delinquents. She was known for her charitable commitment to the youth and the poor of her town. One of her fellow sisters said, "Despite her frail constitution, she was always the first to offer herself for any kind of service, and she would be ready on the spot. She was very attentive to others and oblivious of herself. Ever serene, she chose all the lowliest tasks. She was gentle and humble in her ways, and made everyone feel loved and valued." For her students, Maria Laura was a caring role model. One of her students later said, "She was my mother, my father, my friend, and my haven. At a terrible time when I had no family, she was the only person who loved me and cared for me. She spent nights by my bed. While I wept in despair, she never abandoned me. When I said to her, 'Sister Maria Laura, nobody loves me,' she would smile and show me the crucifix." On June 6, 2000, she received a call from a former student who claimed to have been raped. The girl said that she was pregnant and considering an abortion, and she needed help. Maria Laura left the convent to meet the girl in a public square. The girl and 2 friends, aged 16 and 17, lured her away from the square into an isolated area where they ambushed her and beat her with a brick, yelling insults at her before finally stabbing her to death. While the attack occurred, she asked the Lord to forgive these girls. Her body was discovered by a passerby the next day, and the girls were arrested 3 days later. The girls claimed that they killed Mainetti in a satanic sacrifice. They originally had wanted to kill a priest, but they decided that their old catechism teacher was an easier target. They planned to stab her 6 times each as a nod to the number of the beast. Maria Laura's funeral was attended by over 2,500 mourners. She was remembered as someone who loved young people more than anything. Her killers were sentenced to serve time in juvenile prison and were released after 7-year sentences. One of her killers later expressed remorse, saying, "I can have of her only a memory of love. Now in her I find comfort and the grace to endure everything. I always pray, and I am sure she will help me become a better person." Maria Laura was beatified in 2021. Her feast day is June 6th.